Hello.
Okay.
You were we had just gone live right when you realized that. I'm so sorry. Go get your water bottle. I'll welcome people to the show.
Oh yeah, talk about the copyright thing when
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
back.
All
Okay.
right. Hello. Welcome to the Petunias in Potholes Podcast. I'm Kit, and that was Anne, and she'll be right back with her water. Um, okay. On Friday, we streamed and recorded a watch party episode. We watched Eraserhead, which is a fantastic David Lynch movie, and Anne came prepared with all kinds of trivia about the movie and about David Lynch, and it was really fun. And I took the recording and I edited it and I uploaded it to YouTube. And before I published it, I got dinged with a copyright claim from 3 different copyright owners. So we thought that Eraserhead was in the public domain. We were wrong. I misunderstood the information that I found about the movie. It was set up to enter public domain eventually, but it is not currently in the public domain yet. And so we got copyright striked, and I did dispute it at first because I thought that I was correct about the copyright, about the public domain thing. But when I looked deeper into it, I realized my mistake. So what I had to do was make another version of the episode that doesn't have any of the film in it. Although, welcome back, Anne. I am wondering
If you
if,
take the sound out of the film,
well, that's, you could take all the sound out or take the whole clip out. So you wouldn't hear
yeah,
us talking at all, which it would be boring. Um,
we'll have that part set up on our Patreon eventually
yes,
as a lost episode.
we will eventually put up that as like a special gift for supporters. And also, I'm wondering, so the second version of the video I made, I left the credits in because we had some good conversation there, and I just thought maybe the credits don't count. So when I upload that to YouTube, I didn't want to make the stream difficult by also using my laptop to upload the video to YouTube at the same time, because that takes a lot of bandwidth as well. But when I do, it'll tell us if that's good enough or not before I publish it. So, we lost like an hour and a half of footage, which is super disappointing. I definitely had a rough one with that today. Um, so, how was your day? How are you doing?
I mean, I can't find the registration for my car.
Ugh.
I don't know how that happened either. Um, Apparently, I have a registration in my car from 2021, and my car is registered. Like, we paid it. I have brand new tags on it.
Yeah,
Um, So I just need to go to the DMV tomorrow, I suppose, and buy another registration.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
name.
so annoying. I am so sorry because obviously the DMV isn't where anyone wants to spend their time.
Load up. There you go. Good boy. Well, load up, Butters. My dogs insisted on being in here with me today.
I mean, they're always welcome. They're adorable.
They're pretty cute.
Yeah, they're
So
super
keep
cute.
being adorable, or you can't be in here. Thank you.
I think I got one right here. You can just see your butt right there.
Well, yeah. Um, I had a pretty chill day actually. I just kept applying for jobs. That's what I do now.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like it's going pretty well though. You've had a few interviews.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it could be better. Someone could hire me.
That's true. That's true. Someone hire Anne, please. Just with a good wage that is worth her time. That
I
because
mean, I did sign up for a website where I can sell my panties. So there's that.
I love that. I love that for you. That's exciting.
So yeah, like, hey, if I make good enough money selling panties on the internet, I'll just stay home with the dogs. Fuck it.
Yeah, and we can film podcasts every day.
Yeah, like, I'll just become a content creator.
I love it.
But yeah, I am a online sex worker. And OnlyFans and selling panties and you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, ain't
I
there
have
ain't nothing
bills to
wrong with
pay.
that. I think,
No.
like my only gripe with sex work industry is that it is ripe with trafficking, but like the people who are doing it of their own free will and happily so, I'm like super supportive of that. Like go get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the oldest profession out there.
Yep. Yep, go get it. That's all I have to say about that. Fucking
So, there's that. And before anybody's like, aren't you married, Anne? He helps.
I mean,
He's
yeah,
into it.
it's gotta be like if you're married, you definitely want like your partner to be okay with that before you do it. So obviously, he's on board.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, I'm terrible at keeping secrets, It would eventually come out, and then that would have been awkward.
Bro, same. So audience, I recently tried to get Anne uh some books, and I tried so hard to not tell her, and guess how long I was able to keep that secret. Wrong.
Not even a whole day.
Yes, it was like 2 hours.
Hmm.
I am so bad at secrets. I am so bad at them. Oh. So, you look amazing. Happy Halloween. Tomorrow is Halloween. We're recording this on the 30th, and it'll probably be up a few days later. And you
Yeah.
look fantastic. Tell me about your costume.
Thanks. It's literally just something I threw together. I'm wearing this lacy kimono
I love that.
and my little horns. And I have these fabulous,
Yeah, those are fire.
right, my biohazard earrings, and I have a huge earring collection. Like, I have huge earring collection. And it's not just earrings, also my plugs.
Yep.
So, I haven't actually gotten a chance to wear these ones yet. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna wear these ones. So I don't know. I'm probably just like a wood nymph or a fawn or something like that. I think it would be really fucking cool to be a satyr. I know satyrs are historically dudes, but I think I would make a fire satyr even if I was a dude.
Hell
I think
yeah.
I'd be a really good looking dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
So
it.
so yeah, I guess if I was to come back as a mythical creature, I'd want to come back as a satyr.
I mean, that would be pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah.
It would be super cool. It would be
So
super.
I'm a mushroom. I don't know how obvious that is. I'm a mushroom.
You're the cutest little toadstool.
And do you know? Okay, so you know Toad from Mario?
Hmm.
He's the little mushroom guy. He's the
Hmm.
little NPC mushroom that like gives you hints and stuff. Do you know what
Hmm.
his voice sounds like?
Right?
he's like
Right?
he's like Rah!
What? Why is it
he
so deep?
he has like this crazy like angry sounding deep voice. It's so weird. Um
Huh.
he has the most unusual voice for his character.
I was 100% in the wrong.
Here, you boys need to get out and stay out if you're gonna be
Uh, hey, are you using your earbuds?
oh, no, I'm not.
Aha.
Thanks for reminding
Yeah,
me.
no problem. I caught my own echo for a second there.
All right. Can you still hear me well?
Oh yeah, and actually that sounds better too for some reason. I don't know why.
Hang on, my buds are not switched over. I can't hear you in my earbuds. It's just, let's try this again.
So, I actually borrowed this. I'm telling the audience, don't worry. I actually borrowed this mushroom hat from my nephew Anne's son. It's so cute. It's so freaking cute with all these little spots on it, and he put little hearts on it too, which is just adorable.
So cute.
Oh, are you back? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you
Okay,
now.
cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, happy freaking Halloween. And do you want to get into Halloween stuff, or do you have anything else that you want to update us on?
Oh, no.
Ooh,
Not really.
you seem like you're thinking about it.
I was just pulling up my notes.
Oh, okay.
Um,
uh,
you know, so Halloween is modern Halloween is actually a mixture of many different traditions.
what is that noise?
I don't know.
Is it me? Where was that coming from?
I can't tell. Oh,
Is
there we
that
go.
was that on your laptop?
It was, yeah, it was, I accidentally pressed something.
Oh my
And then,
god.
yeah,
I got
yeah.
spooked. I thought our stream was haunted.
We got haunted.
For real?
Nope, not today.
Okay.
Um,
Whew.
okay. So Halloween actually, like the origins of Halloween, it was originally an ancient Celtic festival called Samhain. The
Okay.
Celts, who were they were around over 2,000 years ago. Um, they mostly Ireland, United Kingdom, Northern France, like that, all that. Um, they celebrated their new year November 1st, and so that's what Samhain was. It marked the end of summer, the harvest, the beginning of the dark, cold winter, a time of year that was often associated with death. And the Celts believed that the night before uh, the new year, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became really blurred. And that was October 31st. And that's when they celebrated Samhain.
Hmm.
So they believed that the ghosts returned to Earth on Samhain, and they would also cause trouble and damage the crops. Celts thought that the presence of the otherworldly spirits made it easier for the Druids or Celtic priests to make predictions about the future. And yeah, they were completely dependent on the natural world, so these prophecies were an important source of comfort during the long dark winter. So,
Interesting. Okay, I have a question right off the bat.
mhm.
So I am someone who was got like my foundational education in the American educational system. So I don't know, where are the Celts from, like, geographically?
Ireland.
Ireland. Okay, so I that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. Sorry, I just bumped into my mic. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. Um, like, so that's that. Their kind of their beliefs are kind of what modern day, like, traditional paganism or Wicca is rooted in, right?
Well, Wicca actually came around in the 70s.
Yes, it's very new, but that's what it where it gets its roots, right? Or am I wrong?
Some of its roots, Wicca actually steals from a lot of different religions.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not a Wiccan, just for the record.
No. You're
um,
witchy, but you're not a Wiccan.
I don't actually claim. Yes, I am witchy, but I don't claim one certain type of religion. I'm pretty sure if the Christian God is real, I'm bound for hell, but I'm actually really happy to go there, so I'm fine. It's fine.
Well, I feel like you're also the kind of person who, like, would find a lot of value in ideas from many different sets of beliefs. Like, you're not the type of person who would just be like, yes, that whole systematic structure of belief is all perfect. I'm going to go with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, no.
Yeah, so your belief system is like your own, you know?
Yeah, yes, it is my very own. Um, so yeah, in 43 AD, though, the Roman Empire, they conquered the majority of the Celtic territory. So over the next 400 years that they ruled the Celtic lands, two festivals of Roman origin were combined with the traditional Celtic celebration of Samhain. Uh, the first one was Feralia, Feralia. I'm probably saying it wrong. I apologize. It's a day in late October when the Romans traditionally commemorated the passing of the dead. And the second was a day to honor Pomona, the Roman goddess of fruit and trees. The symbol of Pomona is the apple, and the incorporation of the celebration into Samhain probably explains the tradition of bobbing for apples that
Hmm.
is still practiced today.
Huh.
Yep,
Wait,
yep.
why did they combine like the Roman traditions with these Celtic traditions?
Well, that's how you bring people in. So when the Catholic Church came into being, they were like, fuck, dude, we got to convert all these pagans. So what they did is they started stealing pagan traditions and using them as their own to convert. That's how you get people to come in. You
You like
start,
entice them. They're like, "Oh no, you still get the same days off every year."
yeah, it's just celebrated a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we still have the
So
tree, you know, and the pumpkins. You just it's just a different god.
yeah, it's just a different God. And you will worship this God and only this God.
Yeah, you can have turkey and pie or you can be condemned to hell.
Yeah, pretty much. So, you know, on May 13th AD in 609, Pope Boniface IV dedicated the Pantheon in Rome in honor of all Christian martyrs, and the Catholic feast of All Martyrs' Day was established in the Western Church. Pope Gregory III later explained that it expanded the festival to include All Saints' Day as well as All Martyrs' Day and moved the observance from May 13th to November 1st.
Mm.
So, Halloween in the Christian realm, because actually, believe it or not, even though it has Celtic, not pagan origins, Halloween, like modern Halloween, has a lot of like Christian, the Catholic Church is behind it,
Of course
which
it
is why
does.
it's so funny to me that modern Christians today are like, boo, Halloween. And I'm like, you idiots fucking invented it. Um, so the influence of Christianity had spread into Celtic lands, where it gradually blended and supplanted older Celtic rites. In AD 1000, the church made November 2nd All Souls Day, a day to honor the dead. It's widely believed today that the church was attempting to replace the Celtic Festival of the Dead with a related church sanctioned holiday. So All Souls Day was celebrated very similar to Samhain, big bonfires, parades, dressing up in costumes as saints, angels, and devils. All Saints Day celebration was also called All Hallows or All Hallows Miss, from Middle English All Hallow Messa, meaning All Saints Day. And the night before, the traditional night of Samhain in the Celtic religion began to be called All Hallows Eve and eventually Halloween.
Huh.
So that's why it was called that. So, but how did Halloween start in America? Because it is very much an American holiday. Like we celebrate it bigger than most other countries that celebrate it. Um,
Interesting. You know, I never thought about that. There's a lot of American holidays that I just super take for granted, and then I'm like, oh yeah, you guys don't have that holiday.
so my cousin Cassandra, she has lived in Japan for like 30 years now. And she has a son named Kai. And when he was an itty bitty baby, she explained Halloween to some of her friends and was like, I'm gonna bring Kai, we're gonna dress up, I'm gonna take him trick-or-treating. She gave all of her friends candy to like give to Kai. And I've seen the video of it. Her and Kai dressed up like bumblebees and walked around Tokyo
Aww.
trick-or-treating. And people were just like staring at them because they don't do Halloween over there.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
it's not like an Asian holiday or anything like that. It's traditionally like a European
Okay, so
holiday.
okay, can I diverge from what you're saying? Can we come back to it though? Because
Yes.
I have such an interesting relevant story about Halloween related to Japan. Um I guess it's not that interesting, but it's a story related to Japan and Halloween, and that's weird. That's a weird coincidence. When so I was born in Japan. I don't know if we told the audience that yet. I can't remember. And my dad was in the Air Force, so we lived like on an Air Force base in Misawa, Japan. And um, when I was a year old, my dad decided to take me trick or treating, and I remember it. We've talked about how bad a memory I have, but what's really weird is how I do not remember what happened 5 minutes ago, but I do remember things that happened when I was only a year old. Like a lot of stuff. It's super weird. So he decided to take me trick or treating on Halloween. And it was kind of okay because even though people don't really celebrate it in Japan, on the Air Force Base, they do, right? Like, it's mostly American people there. So everybody was, already on the up and up about kids in the neighborhood trick or treating. But then there was a blizzard that night.
Oh,
and and it was the craziest blizzard I have ever remembered in my life. And maybe in my head it was bigger than it really was because I was little and it was my first
hmm.
blizzard and it was my first Halloween. But I remember like I dressed up in a costume, but then I had to put a snowsuit over the costume to go outside. And then I walked outside and the snow was like up to my hips. And I tried to walk a few steps and my dad was like, I'll just carry you. And he picked me up and he started trudging through the snow to get to the neighbor's house. And we rang the doorbell and I said, trick or treat. And I got some candy. And then my dad picked me up and we walked back over to our house and went inside. And that was the end of it. The snow was coming down so like heavy that I couldn't see maybe further than like a couple of feet in front of me. It was like
That's
so
crazy.
thick. It was so thick. Um, and on Halloween, but I guess I don't know what the weather is like in Japan, but I don't know. That always struck me as odd that there was a blizzard on Halloween. But yeah,
Yeah, that is
so
crazy.
I went trick or treating in Japan, even though you don't really do that there. So anyway, back
Yeah,
to
that's crazy, dude.
isn't that weird? It's what a weird
Halloween
coincidence.
blizzard. Yeah, Halloween blizzard, man.
Yeah.
Um, so Halloween in colonial New England was like super limited because Protestant belief system was super like rigid and stuff, very strict. And Halloween was much more common in Maryland and the southern colonies.
Okay.
Um, the Yep,
Do we
the
know why?
beliefs and customs, because the Protestants were in the New England colonies,
Okay.
like
Okay.
the stricter religions were up in the New England one, and in like Maryland and whatnot, it was like the French and Spanish,
Interesting.
much more fun people. Uh, um,
Yeah.
as the beliefs and customs of different European ethnic groups, the American Indians meshed, a distinctly American version of Halloween began to emerge.
Ooh.
The first celebrations included play parties, which were public events held to celebrate the harvest. Neighbors would share stories of the dead, tell each other's fortunes, and dance and sing. Um, Colonial Halloween festivals also featured the telling of ghost stories and mischief making of all kinds. By middle 19th century, annual autumn festivities were common, but Halloween was not celebrated everywhere in the country. Um, the in the second half of the 19th century, America had a bunch of new immigrants. Um, they they were mostly Irish, fleeing the Irish potato famine, and they helped popularize the celebration of Halloween nationally.
Huh.
Um, so Americans borrowed from European traditions, and they began to dress up in costumes and go house to house asking for food or money. Um, that's trick or treating. Young women believed that on Halloween they could divine the name or appearance of their future husband by doing tricks with yarn, apple parings, and mirrors. Yep. And in the late
Interesting.
1800s, there was a move in America to mold Halloween into a holiday more about community and neighborly get togethers than about ghost pranks and witchcraft. At the turn of the century, Halloween parties for both children and adults became the most common way to celebrate the day. Parties focused on games, food, season festivities, and costumes. Now, and a lot of that reason is because
Oh my god, our stream is haunted.
it is haunted. Um, so like Halloween parties became more popularized because by the 1920s and 30s, the commute uh sorry, hang on, my brain just froze. 404 brains all not found. Um,
Yeah, it happens.
so vandalism became a huge problem.
Hmm.
Um, they they decided because Halloween was mostly geared around adults before the 1950s. It was mostly for adults. Like we dressed up so that way spirits couldn't find us. We like carved gourds and lit them so they were scared away. It was mostly adults, and children were kind of left to like tend to their own, and so they took the trick part of trick or treating really really seriously, and they started like vandalizing a bunch of stuff and just being like assholes.
Oh.
So town leaders came together, and they decided to direct the Halloween festivities at the youngs. And they made them party so hard and for so long that by the time the party ended, they were too tired to be mischievous. Um, yep. So it was uh it was brought back. Like trick or treating was brought back and revised for children, not for adults, and same with the parties and whatnot. It was like mostly geared towards them from them then on out. Today Americans spend an estimated $6 billion annually on Halloween. It's the second largest commercial holiday after Christmas in America.
So, I mean, I feel like that makes sense and also is why I'm kind of surprised that there wasn't more corporate influence in the shaping of what Halloween is today, you know?
Hmm.
Is your laptop still
Yeah.
talking at us?
It did decide to talk again.
What?
I
Where is
just
it
closed
coming
it really
from? Kill
fast.
the tab.
It's this weird. I did kill it. Okay, dear listener, viewer, my house is totally haunted.
Yes,
For real.
100%.
For real, for real.
Yeah.
It's super, super duper haunted. Um, so yeah, like Halloween in America, we have popularized it. It's a lot of people. It's my favorite holiday. I
Yes,
love
it
watching
is.
scary movies. I love dressing up.
And it's like always been your favorite holiday.
Yes, ever since I was a child.
Yep. As long as I've
Yep.
known you, it's been your favorite holiday, that's for sure. It's not
Yep.
my
I
favorite
love the spooky
holiday because
times.
I, my favorite holiday is Christmas. I love
I know.
Christmas, but I do like Halloween. Halloween's probably at least in the top three.
I really like I love Thanksgiving feasts.
Hmm.
So I don't love Thanksgiving because, the pilgrims are assholes, but I love Thanksgiving feasts. I love turkey.
Do you like making the feast?
Yeah, I do. I make it every year.
Me too.
I smoke my turkey.
I love making the feast, which is funny because I hate cooking, but when it's Thanksgiving or Christmas and I get to make that holiday feast, that's like a whole different thing and I love it.
It's so good, dude. It's so good. I just I cook all day. I cook all day. And I mean, like, my turkey always comes out really good. I brine it for about 24 hours, and then I take it and I inject it with butter. Yep, that's the thing I do. I inject it with butter, and then I rub her down real good. I put her in her pan, wrap her up in tin foil, and pop her on my smoker for about 8 to 9 hours.
You know, you are way fancier with your turkey than I am. I do not brine it. I know some people are like, you gotta brine a turkey, but I always think it's good. But I don't brine it. I don't inject it, but I do baste the shit out of it, and I usually cook it either in a turkey bag or in a fully like enclosed turkey roaster. And so it always comes out like really juicy and nice because of that. Um, but yeah, did you say you smoke it? Is that how you cook it?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
put it on my smoker.
yeah.
I try to barbecue everything.
You do. You're always out there
I love the
at that
barbecue.
smoker.
I love it. I fucking love barbecuing. I will barbecue all year round. I will barbecue anything.
Yeah, I haven't barbecued in a long time because we lost the grill plate part of the barbecue.
I'm gonna get you a barbecue so that way when I come to visit, I can barbecue for you.
Oh, I would love that. That would be wonderful. Um, yeah, so that was very interesting. Is that the whole history of Halloween?
I mean, that's like the basics, like how we got it from the Celtics to the church to now where it's at.
Yeah. And I like how it kind of looped back to the Irish people in the US. Like
Mhm.
it's, that was very interesting. I wanted to do the history of trick or treating because I thought it would give me a great chance to bash on capitalism, but I did not do it.
It's okay because I just ran through it.
You want to tell us the history of trick or treating?
Do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba.
Well, I mean, like trick or treating initially came about, uh, you know, trick or treating initially came about. You would
It was
dress up.
and it was part of that push to make it more for kids, right? Like, is that when it happened?
Modern trick or treating was so
Yeah.
trick or treating, like going and getting tricks, or going and getting treats or giving a trick, um, was a tradition before, but it was mostly geared at adults,
Right, and they
and you
would
would like.
you mentioned how they would like do they got out of hand and they would do the freaking tricks too much.
Yes, yes. So the city councils came together and they actually like They did bring back trick-or-treating for kids, but what really calmed them down was actually huge Halloween parties for
Right,
children
right, right,
because it
right.
kept them occupied and stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah, they brought back trick-or-treating for the kids too.
I guess if I had actually done any research on it, I think my focus would have been more on how it's like uh, modern trick or treating is like bullshit corporatism, and it's like not good for children to be going to strangers' doors and eating bagfuls of candy.
Oh, dude, my kids get huge bags of
No,
candy.
you can't not let them. Like obviously they have to. It's Halloween, but like definitely the candy companies kind of made a situation where we can't tell our kids they can't go get candy or we're like the enemy. But, you know, I don't know. When I was
Nope.
a kid, I used to trick or treat all night long, but, you know, I also grew up in the Midwest and now I live in a big city in a very like dangerous area of the country. And so my kid's never really gone trick or treating on his own. He's only gone with me. And, well, maybe he went on his own last year, but he's like an adult now. It doesn't count anymore. But when he was a kid,
Is he going this year?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh,
I
they're
think,
still
no,
young.
I think he thinks he's too old for it now. Like, you know what I mean?
I would still go trick-or-treating if I could.
I probably would too, but only if I was in like a safer place. Like, being in a big city, it's too dangerous to just send kids out. And you don't want to walk with them. Kids can walk for miles to get that candy. You do not want to do that as a older person.
Yeah, no, that's true. My kids just go.
Oh, here go
They
my
go and
dogs.
then they come back when they're ready.
Thank you. This is the difficulty of, oh my god, look at this puppy just pushing through me. This is the difficulty of recording in my living room because what's happening right now is my neighbors are rolling their trash cans back into their driveway and my dogs don't
Um,
like it.
well, one day, hopefully, you'll have a podcast studio.
Yeah, well, I will because these boys are adults now and they're already planning to move out at some point. Um, and I am going to turn one of those rooms into a podcast studio, especially if this does decently. And honestly, it's not doing too bad so far. Like it's not viral or anything, but you know, we've got some viewers, so you know, not in the stream
Hmm.
right now, but like, you know, over time, even our Twitch VODs, the videos that go up on Twitch automatically, got like a bunch of
Hmm.
views after we, well, you know, some views after we uploaded them. So that's nice. I appreciate everyone who's watching. I think they're great. I love them even.
Nice.
It's true. So, okay. Thank you for the Halloween history. I super appreciate it. Um, and I told you one of my Halloween memories. We were going to talk about some Halloween memories. Uh, do you have any that you want to share? Did you have like a standout Halloween memory? Pumpernickel.
Um, Man, thinking back on all of my many Halloweens, um, nope, can't really think of anything like spectacular that
Really?
happened on Halloween. Yeah, no, I think that's why it's one of my favorite holidays because there's never fucking drama on it.
Oh, well, I mean, I was thinking like nice memories too, you know?
Yeah, I have a lot of lovely memories, but they're all just boring. They're all just boring, lovely memories of lovely Halloweens, you know?
Bro, I have this
Um,
one Halloween. I remember I was like a preteen at the time and I was really going through it in life. And I remember
uh-huh.
it was Halloween and I was like outside at night standing next to a lake by myself and I looked up, and it was like the biggest, orangest full moon that I've still to this day ever seen in my life. And I was just like, oh, I love this Halloween. I love this Halloween so much. And I was like healed by the moon. And that is a Halloween memory that I
Aw.
actually carry with me. Legitimately.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's very wholesome and sweet, and I love that a
Yeah.
lot.
I like that one a lot too.
Yeah, I can't think of like anything really. Like there's been a lot of Halloweens. I'm up in Oregon. I raised my kids up in Oregon, so there's been a lot of rainy Halloweens where we
Oh,
still
yeah.
did it,
Yeah.
but we were rained on like really bad. And there's been there's been a lot of rainy Halloweens and fucking a lot of Halloweens where I stayed up really late watching movies. And what was your favorite Halloween costume you ever did?
Oh, good question, but I don't know if I have a favorite costume. I usually wasn't dressed up as anything in particularly memorable. Um, I can't even remember things that I dressed up as a kid. Well, what about you? What was your favorite Halloween costume?
Okay, it was actually a collaboration costume, but I made all three costumes. My youngest wanted to be David Pumpkins for Halloween one year, and so I made him a teeny tiny pumpkin tuxedo, and me and my husband were the beatboxing skeletons.
Yeah,
And yeah, we could put that picture up on the Instagram. That's my favorite Halloween costume.
fantastic. Can I put it in the edit for the video as well? The picture of you
Yes,
dressed up.
I'll send it to you.
Perfect.
Yeah,
And in case
yeah,
anyone
that's
doesn't know who David S. Pumpkins is, I'll uh
yeah.
I'll
Maybe
I'll
like
pipe in
put
a
a little
short
gif
clip
of
here.
him.
Yeah.
I'm David Pumpkin.
Yeah, with the beatbox and skeletons. But yeah, we had the song on our phones, and we would follow Ace dancing, and
We're part
I
of it.
loved the costume. But yeah, we would be like, we're a part of it. And Ace was on point too. They'd be like, "Oh, David S. Pumpkins, any questions?" Like they were so into it. It was so good. And only one motherfucking person got it.
Aw, that's so disappointing.
Only one person was like, "Oh my god, it's David S. Pumpkins."
Wow. That
Yeah, I was very sad.
that is enough to shake your faith in humanity.
It was very sad. Well, look, I live in a conservative area, and what is SNL? Not conservative.
That's true. That's true. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever.
yeah.
I watched the new episode yesterday, and Christopher Walkens was on it, and he's ancient looking.
Yep. I mean, that's because he's ancient. Time has moved.
He's only like in his 80s. Look at Martha Stewart. She looks good.
But how old is she?
82.
No way. Martha Stewart?
Look it up. Yes,
All right, I'm
ma'am.
looking it up right now. Hang on. I'm
Yeah.
looking this up. 80s? Holy crap, she's 82?
I told you.
She does look good. Wait, now let me look up Christopher Walken. Okay, I misspelled his name. Give me a second. He's younger. He's younger. He's only 80.
See? What's his excuse? Me and Christopher Walken are birthday twins.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Ewan McGregor.
Oh. I don't know who my celebrity birthday twins are, but my boss's dog shares a birthday with me. Yeah. Hilarious. Um, okay. What else were we going to talk about? I can't even remember.
Sam Neill.
Wait, what? That's who shares my birthday?
Uh-huh.
From Jurassic Park?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And Mouth of Madness.
Okay.
Nos. Amy Winehouse.
Oh, Amy Winehouse, interesting. Very tragic.
Yes. There's a bunch, but I don't recognize some of these guys.
Oh yeah. Okay. So when we talked, and we talked about it a little bit already today, when we talked in the first episode about spiritual beliefs, I realized that like I may have insinuated that you believe in magic, but I didn't actually ask. Do you believe in magic? Like, can magic
Do I
happen?
believe in magic? Look, magic is just science without explanation.
Okay. So you kind of do in the sense that you think there's things we don't understand.
Yes.
Okay. But you think
And
even
I've
that
seen
is
some shit.
scientific somehow, right?
I think that somehow, some way, there is a way to explain it,
We just don't
but
know
we
it.
haven't reached that level of understanding.
I
Yes.
like that.
Do I believe in magic like Harry Potter type magic?
Well,
Not in this world.
right.
However, I do believe in infinite worlds with infinite possibilities, so I'm sure in one of them it is. It's
Oh,
just not in this one.
I like that because I do also believe in infinite universes. Like I think the multiverse theory is realistic to me. I mean I don't know that much about physics or things like that, but when I hear it, I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So I think, that's probably some legit stuff.
Infinite worlds, infinite possibilities. Now, here's the freaky part. If it's infinite worlds and infinite possibilities, does that mean that every book, every movie, every show, every story ever told is real in another universe?
Has to, yeah.
Now, think of some of the worst stories you've ever heard, read, or watched.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of dark when you think of it that way. Like,
Bro, I read a book where the whole world was made out of flesh.
what?
Mhm. I read a whole book where the whole world was made out of flesh.
Okay. Oh, that's
Yeah.
weird. Was that a Carlton Mellick the third book?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, shout out to Carlton Mellick the third. You write some weird stuff, man. And
Oh,
it's interesting.
I love it. I have so many of his books. I collect so many. I
You do.
actually need to get a new shelf for them because the shelf I have them on is like starting to lean forward with all the weight from all of his books.
That's that's impressive because his books are also fairly short.
Yeah, but he has 88 of them, and I think I have like 40 something.
That is so many books. That's a lot of books to write and a lot of books to read.
Yeah. Oh, and he puts out like 3 or 4 books a year.
Wow, that's impressive. I, I, I,
Yeah.
I strive to be that driven. You know what I mean?
He's already put out like 3 books this year, I think.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
you
he has put
go
out
you
3
go
books this
Carlton
year.
Mellick the third.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
The
know.
third. He's got the biggest mutton chops I've ever seen.
Yeah, no. You know what? I'm gonna put in a picture of him right here because he's he's interesting looking.
But also his books are really good. Go out and read The Haunted Vagina, y'all.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
and
It's a cute little love rom-com.
and you've had like personal interactions with him, right? Like online. I think you said
I
that, right?
do write to him. Yes, I do. I do write to him.
Is
And
he
he's a very
nice?
nice
Yeah,
guy. Yeah, he's super nice.
that's so
He's from my
nice.
hometown.
Yeah, he's like a
So,
local for you. He's like a local
hmm
local artist.
yeah. Yeah, he's a really, really nice guy. I really enjoy his work a lot. So, I
I
try to read it whenever I can.
I can't say if I enjoy it because I only read a little bit of one of his books. I can say
Okay,
that it
and
was intriguing. Even I don't know if I liked it yet.
when I told him, which book it was, and he was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you started her on that one. That's one of my first books. Like, it's really chaotic and out
It
there."
was.
Like,
Yes.
yes, I also have read that one, and it is really chaotic and out there.
Yeah.
Um,
And don't get me wrong, like here's the thing that I felt about it is that it was so unusual and every part of it, it's not just the story that's weird, it's also the way he writes and the way he uses language, and it's not bad, it's just very weird and unusual, and that is very intriguing. And so even though I wasn't sure if I liked it or not, I wanted to keep reading it because it was so strange and intriguing. Do I have that book or do you have that book?
you have that book. I got
I
it
gotta
for
finish it
you.
then. I gotta finish it because it's not even a long book. Uh, but I think I brought it up and you read it and then I forgot it at your place for a little while.
Yeah, and I brought it back down to you. It's at
Yeah,
your
yeah,
house. Mhm.
and that's why I didn't finish it because I forgot it up there. But
Yeah, the book he's most proud of is actually called The Quicksand House. It's
mm,
longer than his average books, and it's a really beautiful sci fi story, actually. It's
okay.
not as bizarre as, which one do you have?
I forget what it's called, but it's like about. Well, it's hard to even say what it's about, but it's kind of zombie-ish. The breakfast something.
Oh, The Breakfast Era?
Is that what
Zombie Breakfast
the
Era?
zombie breakfast era? I think that might be it. Yeah, it's it's very strange, very like almost surreal. You know, it's super weird.
Steel Breakfast Era,
Steel
a
breakfast
postmodern
era. Yes.
Steel Breakfast Era postmodern zombie novel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really good, but I should have started you off with Quicksand House or even Stacking Doll.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give
So
him a try because
yeah,
I'm very intrigued. Like I said, his writing is super unique, and the just his prose is so bizarre. I think is the best way to put it. Jarring, you know. And so yeah, I do want to read more. Um, but yeah, you've read so many of them.
yeah.
Um, oh yeah, I was gonna talk too about how so I like your theory about how there are things we don't understand that we think are magic that are real, but it is just scientifically understandable if we had the knowledge to understand it.
Yeah, if we had the ability,
Yeah, I
and
like
maybe
that.
one day we will, you know.
Yeah, I like that a lot, and I would say that my perspective on things like magic and superstition and stuff is very agnostic. Like I um, don't really believe in like traditional ideas of like magic or karma or superstition, but sometimes I'll like take precautions anyway just in case, you know,
Right.
like I try not to step on cracks on the sidewalk if I can avoid it. You know what I mean? I don't go under ladders. Like
Yeah.
try not to break a mirror, you know? Even though I don't really believe that anything bad is going to happen, it's like why
I
not
throw
just be
salt
careful just
over
in
my
case?
shoulder if I spill it.
Yeah, same. I do that. Just in case. Just in case.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Right? I feel like, you know, you just never really know. You just never really know. And
No.
that's kind of how I feel about most like spiritual stuff in general. I say I'm an atheist because I definitely don't believe that there is stuff like that, but I also am like I know I don't know for sure, you know. It's belief, not a knowing.
Have you ever read Stephen King's Revival?
I have not.
You have?
No, I have not.
Oh, you haven't.
No.
It's really good. About this priest whose wife and child dies.
Oof.
And he kind of loses his faith in God, and he's trying to like get a hold of them on the other side. And he finds out that the old gods are real,
Oh.
and that when we die, we are subjected to them. There is no heaven, there is no hell. Yep.
Oof.
And so I'm just like, well, the old gods are probably real,
Oh
and we're
no.
all fucked.
Oh no. That's. I hope
Yeah.
not. But who freaking knows, right? Like really, who like really? You just nobody knows. Which
Yeah,
is
no one knows.
which is also why it's so silly that the main thing that has caused war in recorded history is spiritual belief.
It's ridiculous.
Yes, it is. It is.
Super ridiculous.
Yep.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. Like, come on.
I could go on and on about how ridiculous it is, honestly.
I know. Like, if you can't know, and I feel like to pretend that you can absolutely know what magic or spirituality or God or afterlife, to claim that you can absolutely know for sure which one is real and which one is true, is like the most delusional shit on the planet. Like, what?
Yeah.
There are lots of people who, believe for sure, like they know that they can talk to God directly, and it's scary.
It's probably just unchecked mental health issues, honestly.
Sometimes, maybe most of the time, maybe all the time, I'm not sure. I think also it's like a severe egoism, like a super like hardcore main character syndrome, and here I am sitting on a podcast talking about main character syndrome, but like I buy into it as a joke.
I mean, I don't mind being the main character of my story, whatever.
Right? Yeah. No. Yes, but when main character syndrome gets like inflated and you have like a massive ego problem and you start thinking you're like the chosen one, that's when it's like not cool anymore. Um and like, oh my god, I saw a post on Reddit recently. Uh this guy, he posted a casual AMA, and
Mhm.
he was like, I believe that I am chosen by God to kill these like remnants of demons that live inside people. And he seemed very serious, and it was super scary because one of the things he believed was that the remnants only live inside women, and that the main duty that he was put on earth to do was to kill the remnants of these demons. And
Mm.
like, holy shit, dude, people just walking around believing crazy stuff like that, and it's like, calm down.
Does that mean he has to kill the women?
People were asking him about that, and it was a little more complicated than just killing the women. It involved continuous sex with the women. And when people were like, whoa, bro, so are you talking about what we think you're talking about? He's like, no, it's consensual. But, I mean, how are you going to believe a guy who thinks that he's like a chosen warrior by God? It's crazy.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah, people believe some wild shit. I just don't get it because I don't really believe in much, I believe in like the tangible world around me. So it
I
eludes
mean,
me.
bro, there are modern people that think the world is fucking flat.
Why? Let's talk about that for a second, because these people actually believe that the entire global community of scientists, of astronomers, of geologists, of all these different people, pilots in planes, like literally everyone is in one single conspiracy to convince
Mhm.
stupid people. Like if you believe that the
And
earth
that
is flat,
Australia doesn't exist. They don't believe that Australia exists.
bro, there's people that from there. Like, is every single person who claims to be Australian in on the conspiracy? What are they getting out of it? It doesn't make any sense. And why would they care about convincing you, Jim Bob? You know, it don't make no
I don't know.
sense. It don't make no sense.
No.
It's the wildest conspiracy. It makes literally zero sense. And then I know you watch some of the same. I think it was Jordan Klepper, and I think you also watch him sometimes. But
I do.
I think it was him. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but somebody went to a flat earther convention, and when they actually dug in to the flat earther beliefs, guess what's at the root of those ideas?
Anti-Semitism.
That's right.
Brain blast. This is not real. We are here at the Flat Earth Convention.
What the
Because
heck? Why?
Most conspiracy theories are rooted in anti-Semitism, and a lot of anti-Semitic conspiracy theories actually began in the 1340s
With the plague?
with the Black Plague.
Yeah, we were talking about that before.
Yeah.
Were we talking about that during Eraserhead?
No, I think we were talking about it on the first episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna have to look through the cut footage.
We'll do a Black Plague episode one day where I'll talk about it in detail.
Yeah, that'll be cool. And I'm gonna have to look through that cut footage for anything that like is juicy in there that I want us to revisit. I guess it was mostly Eraserhead trivia though. It's not a huge deal.
Yeah.
But now I don't know. I our plans to watch all the midnight movies out the window.
It'll have to be a Patreon thing.
We will do more watch parties for our patrons.
Yeah.
So we are at about an hour and 15 minutes. Would you like a little restroom break? Because I had coffee again, and I would.
Mhm.
Should we be right back for the people? All right, let's do this.
Oh.
Hang on, and be right back. Let me mute. And we are back. Oh, I didn't turn off the be right back text. It says be right back on our faces. Let me turn that off. Okay. There we go. Now we're back without the be right back text on our faces. Okay. So hello. Welcome back. I think we still don't have any chatters. That's okay. You know, when I look at the viewers, it shows people's names, but I don't see them in the chat. So if you're watching, chat with us. Say something in the messages. Okay, so... Oh, wait, I forgot my hat. Let me put my hat back on. Because I'm a mushroom. There we go. It doesn't actually stay on my head with the headphones. It just kind of rests on top of the headphones.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so in theme with our conversation so far and with the spirit of the season, I requested that we do some tarot stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we found, are you using the same website as me, or did we find different websites?
No, I'm using the same website as you.
Okay. So I think it would be fun. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Sure, I already have mine pulled up, actually.
All right. So all you have to do is share your screen with that window as the selected option.
Hang on, let me do it on my... It was on my phone.
So yeah, we're gonna do a couple of like online tarot readings, And then I will also be doing a card reading, but we'll get to that later.
I was going to do a card reading, but I can't find my fucking deck.
I know. I'm so sorry. But that's okay because I feel like this online one will be really fun. And who knew you could get a tarot reading for free online? It's like solitaire.
Right. Okay, so share my screen.
It's like mystical solitaire.
All right.
Okay, now I'll click watch stream, and there we go.
All right. So now if I pop it back up over here, is it still sharing?
Yep, I see it still.
Is it scrolling as I scroll?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Okay. So, my first card is Strength. Apparently, I feel that despite the challenges I've been faced with in the past, present, or future, I will find the strength and courage to succeed. Whether I'm recovering from ill health, a broken marriage, or relationship, challenges at work, yes, you will find the willpower to come out on top. If you're looking to give up any bad habits, such as smoking or drinking, for example, this is a good time to do it. All right, I get it.
Jeez.
I know.
All right already.
What I want most right now, the High Priestess. The card suggests that what you want most at this time is for a secret to be revealed, a secret held deep within yourself or another.
Ooh.
Go within and listen to the still small voice of your heart and instincts. The appearance of the High Priestess tells you that the power of the divine feminine is with you. Trust it.
Do you want to share a secret right here on the live stream?
I don't really have any secrets, my dude.
Yeah, we just established earlier that you're terrible at keeping secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's someone else's secret.
Maybe. My fears, the Empress. You're feeling insecure, perhaps have money worries. Yes. Concerns over your children. Or maybe an unplanned pregnancy. I don't have
Unlikely.
a uterus. Yep. There are people around you who love and care for you, and they will give you support. Try not to be overprotective and do not resort to emotional blackmail. It won't do you any favors.
Ooh, a warning in that one.
What is going for you? Death. Okay. A time of absolute endings and brand new beginnings. Your life is going through a period of great transformation.
That's
Whilst
very...
change may be difficult, yep, or even painful, you will pull through. You will be free for a brand new phase in your life.
Okay, wait. That one excites me because I am also partaking in your journey of new beginnings with this podcast. And so I feel
Yeah.
like that card is saying, like, don't worry, it's going to work out. And I'm like, here for it.
Same. The moon, you are frozen with fear, lacking nerve, and confused as to what it is you actually want. You are allowing all of your fears and anxieties to hold you back when you should be opening your mind to new and unexpected possibilities.
Oh, shit.
You do need to be careful, however, as there are deceitful people around who may seem charming, but are only out for their own gains. If in a clandestine affair, beware, your secret may be exposed.
Well,
I'm
that's
not
the
in an
second
affair.
time they talked about secrets.
I don't have any secrets right now, though.
I think it's someone else in your life has a secret for sure.
Oh, well, I'm going to expose it. Likely outcome, the hanged man. You will in time know what decision to make about who or what must be given up. This is a time of passage from one phase of your life to another. It may be a difficult choice. A self-sacrifice is never easy. But if you look for truth and integrity and don't be too materialistic or hang on to things or people for all the wrong reasons, everything will turn out in your favor.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
That was pretty spot on. Am I wrong?
No, it was actually pretty spot on.
Okay, so I'm gonna share mine, and I'm gonna do the whole like shuffle thing again too. Let's see here. Okay, and I think you gotta click watch stream,
Okay.
and then I am gonna shuffle the deck. Can you see my mouse on here? Like my cursor? You do?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna tap here to reshuffle. And now I'm gonna pick 6 cards. Okay, get my reading. How I feel about myself. The Chariot. You feel everything is a constant battle at the moment. Interesting. But persevere and you will triumph in the end. Expect some good news that will help you to keep going until you achieve your goals. This is a time of movement and change and of conflicts ending in victory. You may well consider a journey that relates to work or go for that new car you've been looking at. Interesting, because before I even got to the part that said it relates to work, I was like, oh, this is totally about my job. Like, I love my job so much, but it definitely is like in a state right now of like change and growth, and that definitely feels like a constant battle sometimes. Like it's rough. But I do love my job and I love the place I work a lot. But yeah, I like this bit about ending in victory, because to me that means the organization will be a success and will like grow and continue to function and be great. And then you may well consider a journey that relates to work, like getting a promotion perhaps, which I am absolutely considering lately. So yeah, I love that. Okay, what you want most right now, the Tower. You're probably looking for an easy solution to a difficult problem. However, in life, turmoil and upheaval often bring about positive change, just not quite as we would like it. Seize this opportunity that is forcing change as a chance for a new beginning. Okay, that one's a little more like mysterious to me. I don't know exactly what that means for my life. Your fears, the Magician. If there's a new man in your life, unlikely, you are probably asking yourself if he can be trusted. Or perhaps this is a man of influence in your life, a boss or advisor. Take care in whom you place your trust. If you are feeling disappointed and your romantic desires are unfulfilled at this time, and you are wondering if they ever will be, don't worry, this won't last. I'm pretty satisfied with my romantic life.
Yeah.
It doesn't involve any new men, but
I would be shocked if it did.
I know, right? What is going for you? Judgment. Oh, that's interesting. Brand new potential, an opportunity which once given must not be ignored, a new project, decision, or relationship that could affect the rest of your life. All are indicated here. You will enjoy success and enjoyment for past efforts. Events will pick up pace and the outcome will be quicker than expected. Oh, I love that. I feel like that means I'm getting the promotion soon. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and this one's so interesting as well. What is going against you? Justice. Things just aren't going your way. Even if you are in the right or the victim of foul play, you won't win this one. Take care of whose advice you take and beware of being motivated solely by self-interest. Okay, that's an interesting little warning, because I feel like I am not frequently motivated by self-interest in like my in like my outward life,
Mm-hmm.
but in my inward life it's very self-interesty, and I wonder if that's what it's talking about. And look, we got the same likely outcome, didn't we?
Yeah.
The Hanged Man. You will know You will in time know what decision to make about who or what must be given up. This is a time of passage from one phase of your life to another. It may be a difficult choice, and self-sacrifice is never easy, but if you look for truth and integrity and don't be too materialistic or hang on to things or people for all the wrong reasons, everything will turn out in your favor. That's so interesting. We got the same likely outcome. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Same likely outcome. What did you think about yours? Was it like pretty spot on?
It was pretty damn close, yeah. It definitely said some things that made me go, huh, how did you know?
I feel like mine was mostly about my job, but that's like the main thing in my life lately anyway, you know? Like it would make sense because I spend a lot of my time working and I work really hard and I'm trying to get a promotion and a raise. And I just the other day, like literally just this last week, brought up the promotion thing to my boss's boss, and he was super on board with it, and he suggested a new title. And so I feel like that reading just said it might happen sooner than later, you know? So that would be cool.
That would be super cool.
That'd be super, super cool. Do you want to do another one?
Sure.
Let's see if they contradict each other. I'm interested in that for science.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
For science.
For science.
I'm pulling it back up.
Okay. Let me check on the picture in there. Oh yeah, we look all right. You're slightly blocked by the Twitch chat right now because I made our screens bigger for the screen share.
Okay.
Don't let me forget to fix that when we're done screen sharing. Okay, here we go.
Oops.
Oh, you have a different deck than I do. Like the art on it is different. I love it.
All right. Can you still see it?
Yep.
Yeah, you can change the card design over here.
Oh, I love that.
All right. Shuffling. All right. All right. The Hermit.
All right, let's hear him out. Let's hear him out.
You may be feeling lonely at this time or going through a period of introspection. If you are struggling to find answers to your questions, give it time, they will come. This is a time for prudence and patience. If you have been unwell, this is a time for rest and recuperation.
Okay, so it's saying it's okay if you feel like a hermit because everybody needs to be a hermit sometimes.
Okay. What you want most right now, the Magician. A new love in your life. Ew.
Lord.
No, thank you.
Maybe they need this
you're-
podcast.
You know what? We'll say new job instead of new love.
Yeah, there you go.
Your fears, judgment. You're afraid of the conclusions you've been wanting or delayed and fear any far-reaching changes ahead. Yes.
Yeah.
Perhaps things aren't turning out quite as you expected for some reason. This is a period when your routine will be changed dramatically. Yes.
Yup.
Fear not. Although events will seem to be moving at a real pace, any choice you make will change life for the better.
Oh.
What is going for you? Temperance. You are about to enter a period of peace and harmony in your relationship, career, or life in general. You will find a way of handling difficult circumstances with calm confidence. Life is flowing at this time. Enjoy it. Okay.
That's interesting because you know what? That's so true about you that you're very good at handling stressful situations calmly and confidently. Like, even when you don't feel confident, you seem confident, and that makes other people feel safer, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it is my special talent.
It is. You're really good at that.
Okay, so the sun is against me. Um,
That's
you may
unlucky.
experience few delays on your quest for success and achievement, but don't worry, you'll get there in a blaze of glory. Success may go to your head a little, so a bit of modesty wouldn't go amiss. Other than a few minor delays, look forward to a period of joy and happiness. If you're experiencing problems with conceiving a baby, the sun often heralds good news around children and much wanted pregnancy or birth of a
Okay.
longed for baby.
Okay,
Haha.
listen. That's the second time you've had the baby threat made at you, and can we tell the audience why that's just silly? Is that okay with you? I think we
Yeah,
already
I'm a
did
cancer
actually.
survivor. I had a hysterectomy before I turned 30.
Yeah, so babies are not in your
Yeah.
future, but that is the second time it's mentioned a baby, and you do have babies who are baby making age, so be careful. Give them all condoms.
Ew, gross. But yeah, you're right. The likely outcome, death.
I mean,
Duh.
yeah, hello, inevitable.
This is a transformation time for you. However turbulent or perhaps distressing some of the events in your life may be, endings always leave room for brand new beginnings. This is a fresh start in life for you. Embrace it and live every day as though it were your last. Life is for living.
Wow, yours I feel like is super on point. Am I crazy? Like it's like reading you for real.
It is. Where's your
Oh,
where
I was just
there
off
you
for a
are.
sec. Let me close your stream and I'll do another one as well. Oop, hang on, I gotta pop it back up. There we go. This is fun. Okay. So it's still looking at my old one. Let me go to the new. Try another reading. Different reading? I guess? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Oh, hold on. Let me go back to the homepage. Get a free tarot reading. That's what I'm here for. There we go. I want this card design. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. I'm gonna shuffle the deck and believe with all my might because I want it to be super on point. Okay. Okay. Whoa. How you feel about yourself. The Wheel of Fortune. Perhaps you feel due for a bit of good luck or indeed are experiencing some at the moment. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of destiny. What is happening now we could call fate. So if positive things are happening with your love life, career, or finances, this is no coincidence. If no such things are happening, expect a sudden change in fortune. Okay, that's pretty cool. What I want most right now, the Empress. Oh, this card, the card suggests that at this time you desire comfort, security, and happiness, and may well need some emotional support and reassurance. Always. If you are considering having a baby, I'm not, the desire will be very strong at this time, or perhaps you're already pregnant and you have some concerns. If male, if male, perhaps you're considering fatherhood with someone but have some concerns. I guess that's a little more applicable because I would not like my partner and I are we're going to have we're going to have babies, but I'm not going to be the one getting pregnant. So that the if male part is a little more applicable, I suppose. Things will turn
Yeah.
out fine. Just know that you are loved and that there are people around you who care. That's nice.
Oh, that is nice.
Your fears. Strength. That's interesting. You are fearful of lacking the willpower and strength to deal with someone or something that concerns you. Gosh, that actually is super true. Feeling negative and listening to all your fears will only create failure and lost opportunities. Be as brave as a lion, but work compassionately and you'll be fine. Also, sorry, I've just got my pizza is here. But I'm going to do my tarot reading first. So one of my main things that I like feel like bad about myself is that I feel like I don't have a good amount of willpower. Like it's really hard for me to do things like eat healthy and exercise or quit smoking, like things to take care of myself that take willpower. I'm not good at that, and it's something I'm working on. So that is definitely like that one is calling me out for sure. The Chariot. Drive, drive, drive. That's what's going for you. Wow, I love it. You certainly aren't a quitter. The appearance of the Chariot tells of conflicts ending in victory. Oh, it says conflicts ending in victory again. Oh, this is the same card, huh? Or was it? No, this is a different card. So don't give up. Don't give up. Battle on, and you will succeed. This is a time of movement and change. Expect a journey relating to work, and if you've had your eye on that card, it will be yours soon. I think I did get that card before, but I don't remember the drive, drive, drive part. Is that different now? What is going against you? The world. Really? As always, fear holds us back and so often leads to missed opportunities. Do not give up or change direction this late in the game just because you have experienced delays. Stick with your plan, have faith, and trust the universe, and you will reach the successful conclusion you are wanting. That's good to know. And then the likely outcome is the High Priestess. Your intuitive powers are at their height at this moment in time. Only by listening carefully and trusting them completely can you embrace that power. Do this and you will make strong, clear, self-assured decisions. Allow for flexibility and expect promising outcomes. I love it. I loved that one.
Yeah, me too.
That was a great reading.
Great reading.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so would you like me to give you a unique card reading?
Sure.
You can help me come up with the meanings for the cards if you think of them before I do.
Okay.
So I did not look through these. If one of them is too inappropriate to show on camera, I will just come up with a meaning for it and not show it. But hopefully they're all good, because my deck is a joking hazard deck. If you are unfamiliar with joking hazard, audience, it is an offensive adult card game like Cards Against Humanity, but with pictures. Sometimes pictures and text, sometimes just pictures. It's those little Cyanide and Happiness cartoons. I feel like that ages me. Is Cyanide and Happiness still a thing?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you're going to do 3 cards, not 6, because I can't handle that many cards at once.
Okay.
And you're going to just pick from, like, a few cards. I'm going to hold them up and you can pick them. It's going to be past, present, and future.
Okay.
Okay. Tell me, this one's 1. This one's 6. Which cards do you want? 1 and 6.
Okay. Give me 3.
3. Okay. That is past.
All right. Give me 6.
Okay. That's present.
Okay. And give me number 2.
And that's future. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. You got the... Oh.
That's my past.
That's your past. It's the card. And
I see.
this card suggests that in your past you have been the kind of person who will growl at someone in public.
Yeah.
Which, on point, honestly. And that kind of goes for present too. If somebody is like being a dick to you, you will totally growl at them in public like a wolf or something,
Like that one woman who came up to me and Oliver in the store and was like, "Have you ever heard of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?"
Hello, my name is Elder Green. I would like to share with you this book of Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And like,
And I went into a full like, "Fuck you, hail Satan" in the middle of Winco.
yeah, and like
I'm not
honestly
even a
good.
Satanist.
Like good though. I like it's not always a bad thing to be the kind of person who will growl at people in public.
Yeah.
Okay, so this card is your present. And
Yeah.
this is the heart card, and it means that though you may one day become a widow, for now things are pretty good. That's what that card means.
Okay.
Okay. And I think also that's pretty on point, because let's be real, it's gonna be a heart
But
attack.
you have a really good relationship.
It's gonna be a heart attack. That's in the card. It's the heart card, so that's how you know it's gonna be a heart attack.
What if I'm the one who has a heart attack? I almost had a heart attack last year.
Nah, dude.
I've actually come closer to a heart attack.
Look, okay. This is just so people know, I do not wish any kind of death on anyone at all. The wishing is not part of it. It's just it is a joke we have because Anne has the best widow name, and I just want her to have a chance to use the widow name.
But I'll probably like use it when we're old and he's gonna follow me around going, "I'm not even dead yet, woman."
Yeah, I really.
Sometimes I can still hear his voice.
You know what? Look, the cards are interpretive. I honestly, that could be what it's saying. It could say that you just get to a point where you use the widow name and he loves you anyway because, things are pretty good.
He even said it's a pretty cool name.
Okay, so interesting that you got this card for your future. Very interesting, because this card is called The Secret. And as we know, that you the other tarot cards readings both brought up secrets.
But what secret in my life?
Well, I
people?
think it may be a secret that you'll have in the future that you don't want to tell anyone about. This card suggests that soon you will know or do something that you never want anyone to know about.
What could it be? I'll tell you.
Yeah, you will tell me, but I'll take it to my grave.
Yeah. I don't know what I would do though.
I don't either.
Like, I would never cheat on my husband because he's fucking amazing and brilliant and I love him.
I mean, it could be some kind of crazy wild circumstance where you have to kill to survive, and it's
But
complicated.
I wouldn't lie about
No,
that.
it's
Like, unless it
complicated.
was like,
The evidence is murky. It's going to be bad. It's going to be rough. And you're right there in the woods already. And there's already a hole dug. And you didn't dig it, but somebody did. And you might as well fill it up. I'm just saying. It's probably something like that.
or like get pulled into some kind of like international bank heist.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and it goes wrong, and it gets all Reservoir Dogs style, you know what I mean?
Oh my god, I fucking love Reservoir Dogs.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino movies. Look, I know he's a weird person with a foot fetish,
Yeah. Oh,
But
and also a bit racist. Like
yep, yep, yep.
yeah,
I
just
still really love his movies, though. I really love those
yeah,
movies.
look, okay. I
Sometimes I
recently
like things that are problematic.
yes, and so do I. I recently actually had a conversation with my son about this. My son is actually turning 18 in 2 days. And
Woo!
woo, and he's got a good head on his shoulders, honestly. He's smart. And we were talking about Lizzo and how I wasn't really listening to Lizzo at the time because I was upset with all the stuff that came out about her, doing some pretty uncool stuff with her employees. And I was like, I guess I can't listen to Lizzo anymore. I don't know. And my son was like, look, artists are going to be problematic. It sucks. If you can avoid supporting them financially, great. If you can't, you should still get to enjoy art. Like, and I feel that, it's really hard when like a piece of art that you love is created by someone that is awful. Like,
I don't think she's awful. And I don't
no, I don't think she's
necessarily
awful
believe the
either.
allegations against her personally.
That's fair. They had just come out at the time, and there wasn't a lot of talk yet about them being fake, but people have talked about that since then, and I also think it seems a little muddy. I want to, I don't want to like discount it right off the bat, but I also recognize that some of the allegations are like pretty wild, like, not just the banana stuff, but also the, what is it called? False imprisonment, where she like wouldn't let them leave for like hours, and it's a lot of pretty extreme stuff. So if it's true, it's terrible. If it's not, then who cares, But my point is, like, for instance, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is like my favorite show of all time.
Joss Whedon's a dick, though.
Joss Whedon's a dick. I mean, I believe what Charisma Carpenter talked about with her experience with him, and he apparently wasn't allowed to be alone in a room with Michelle Trachtenberg when she was playing Dawn, like, because he was a creep with her. And it's just like, I still love that show, and I'm never not gonna
Man,
love
I
it.
love me some Firefly.
Firefly's amazing. His work is great, and it sucks. And if I can like find ways to consume that content without supporting him financially, that's fine. But there's also other people that are supported financially with that stuff, other people that get revenue, the actors, the writers. I don't know if writers get revenue because
Barely.
yeah.
Did you hear one of the writers on She-Hulk only got paid like $400 to write? Like, yeah, an award-winning script.
Bro.
And they paid 400 fucking dollars. That's why there was a writer's strike, because they weren't getting paid shit, and they don't really get paid revenue.
How much would it be, how unprofessional would it be for me to eat a slice of pizza right now?
I mean, it's our podcast. We could do what we want.
I want to eat a slice of pizza. I'm going to eat a slice of
I
pizza.
mean, you eat that slice of pizza.
I adjust my mic a little bit, though.
I had a sausage and egg scramble
Ooh.
for dinner.
I have a mushroom pizza in front of me, and it looks so good.
Yum.
And I also have the freaking garlic dip to dip it in. I love that shit. It's just butter and garlic.
I love Papa John's. Did you do the 3 for $25 deal?
No, because we have to order it from Uber Eats because they won't deliver on their own website, and Uber Eats doesn't have that deal here.
That is so stupid.
We also can't get... There's a lot of places that won't deliver to my neighborhood. It's not surprising. In fact, before we went on the break, between when we started the stream and when we went on the break, I got 2 alerts on the Citizen app, which is like that crime app, that were both within 1,000 feet of me. One of them was shots fired, and one of them was a vehicle accident.
Oh, damn.
Both within 1,000 feet of me. Like, that's like the block,
That's fucking crazy.
I'm going to try not to chew into the mic.
I can't hear you chewing.
Great. Ooh, this is good.
Dude, I love Papa John's.
Me too.
Papa Shack's.
I just like pizza.
Because Shaquille O'Neal owns it.
I like pizza in general. I'll take pizza from most places.
Yeah, I also like pizza.
Mm-hmm. I need a napkin, though. Hang on. Oh, shoot. I dropped my joking hazard cards.
That is such a fun game.
It is. We could, there's like this online Cards Against Humanity thing that we could play on stream at some point too.
Okay.
That's fun. And that won't get us a copyright claim,
Yeah, we should definitely do that sometime.
Mm-hmm. Let me see how long we've been
Um,
going. 2 hours and 15 minutes. How you doing? How you holding up?
Well, I'm all right. I'm stretching. My leg fell asleep. I have to sit on the floor, so.
Yeah. Are you gonna be able to get that chair soon? Because I might. How much was that? I might get that for you.
It was like $50, bro. You don't have to buy it for me.
That's like not that much though.
I'll get it when I'm not maxed out on my credit card anymore.
Bro, I feel it.
Being broke sucks, man. I haven't been this
does.
broke in a long time.
It does suck.
In a long, long time. So I need to like do some stuff to make some money.
Yeah, hopefully this picks up a little bit. I want to
That would be
monetize.
great. That would be super great. But I'll just plug it away. I turn in 1 million applications in a day, and I drive around and turn in applications.
I hated applying for jobs when I was between jobs. It sucked so much.
Yeah. It sucks though because my town is really small, and so like all the people that could do Uber and Instacart are doing it, and so now there's just waiting lists because they don't want to flood the area, so I can't even really do that.
Oof. Whiskey, what are you growling at? Are you growling at my pizza because you want it? You cannot have it. You hear that? She wants my pizza. She's stepping on me. She's like, give me that pizza. Here, speak into the mic. Speak into the mic. She is so freaking cute, dude.
Yeah, she is
adorable. She's a little podcaster.
She is freaking adorable.
I picked up my phone to look something up that we were talking about, and now I can't remember what it was.
Cards Against Humanity?
I don't think that was. I feel like it was after that. I don't remember now.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Huh. Oh, you know what? I was gonna look at the agenda and see if we have forgotten to talk about any of the topics. That's what I was gonna do. Oh, you know which one we didn't do yet?
Art gallery?
No, the scary things that we've experienced. We didn't have an art gallery segment this time, but we could do one on the spot, impromptu.
Yeah, I could do an impromptu one.
Yeah.
Okay. So I do have a book up here that I could talk about that's actually perfect for Halloween. But let's do spooky stuff first. Kit, you said you had a really good and scary story just the other day.
Did I? I don't even remember now. What happened? Wait. I know, right? I need to write things down. I'd had one that just happened the other day. It's not coming to me. Jog my memory. Jog my memory.
About the decapitated head story.
Oh, that didn't happen the other day.
No, but you said the other day that you had a really
Oh,
spooky story.
okay, yes, I do. All right, all right. So let me set the stage for you. You cannot have this pizza. Oh, Lord. Let me set the stage for you. I was like probably about 16 years old. And I was living in Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. And you stop. I'm telling a story. And my lifestyle was, I wasn't just like, sleeping outside. I was also living a very particular lifestyle of, doing a lot of drugs and not getting a lot of sleep and being crazy. And one night, I had probably been up for a while. I don't really know how long. And I was walking through Golden Gate Park, and I came across this little footbridge, and I looked down, and it's a very small little footbridge. The space beneath it is like only a foot deep. I don't even know why they would put a little tiny bridge there. And I looked down into the little single foot deep ravine, and there is a severed head there. Like full graphic, gory severed head in Golden Gate Park. And I looked at it for a second, and I like blinked my eyes really hard to make sure that it was not a hallucination, because I had like not gotten enough sleep in that time period. And no, man, it was still there. It was still 100% there. And it freaked me out so bad that I just started running. And I was like running through Golden Gate Park, and I like felt like something was following me or watching me or something. And I just kept running and running and running until I was like downtown San Francisco. Like I just freaking ran all the way away from Golden Gate Park. But it was like probably the scariest thing I ever experienced. And I realized that it's possible that it wasn't real, but I in the moment was like, this can't be real, and I really tried to make it not real, but it was still there, And Golden Gate Park's a place where that kind of thing does happen. There. If it's gonna happen somewhere, that's a likely place.
Yeah.
I also it was not the only time that I found person who had been unalived or had just unalived because of whatever reason, it wasn't as scary, but it was definitely not fun. I definitely found a couple of older homeless guys passed away in bushes. That sucks, but that's how Golden Gate Park is. There's literally dead bodies everywhere in there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like that all over San Francisco.
Right? Okay, what do you got for us? You got a scary event or no?
I do, actually. I've seen a lot of stuff, and I do have scary stories about San Francisco, but I'll tell those at another time. I'm going to tell you about when I was 8 years old, and I lived in this house, 1855 Blankenship Road. And I'm not worried about saying the address out loud because it no longer exists. It is now a Dutch Brothers. Anyways, it was this little green 2-story 3-bedroom house. It had this big, beautiful yard that was surrounded by a field of blackberries, and all of us neighborhood kids would tunnel through the blackberries and make forts and stuff like that.
Love it.
And I actually had a lot of happy memories in that house, but when we first moved in, I had a night terror. And it's one of the only times I suffered from sleep paralysis. It's happened a couple more times, but this is probably the most terrifying one, because remember, I was 8. And I woke up one night and I was unable to move. Sorry, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Ugh. I was unable to move, and I looked up, and there was a woman standing over me, and her face was rotting off, and I could smell her. I could smell her decay. And she was just standing over me, kind of staring down at me. And she was slowly bringing her face closer to my face, and I couldn't fucking move. I couldn't scream. I couldn't do anything. I was just there. The only thing that could move was my eyes, you know. Um, and then, sleep paralysis is really weird too because your body is literally half asleep, half awake. So you're kind of in a dream state, but not. And that's kind of what sleep paralysis demons are, is like dreams in the
Mm-hmm.
waking world.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really terrible hallucination, man. And I remember her getting all the way down to my face where her nose is almost touching my nose, and I could smell her rancid breath, warm and breathing on me. And she started to open her mouth, and I squeezed my eyes shut really tight, and the next thing I knew, it was morning time.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is spooky.
Yep.
That unlocked a memory for me as well. So, I've not had sleep paralysis, but I did have sleep apnea. And actually, I think I would classify this story as the scariest thing that I ever experienced. Like, top scariest thing I ever experienced, now that I think about it. So one night when I was sleeping and I was suffering from sleep apnea, which I don't currently have, but I had it at that period in my life. And I think it was because of stress. So I'm sleeping, and apparently, I stopped breathing in my sleep. But I'm still dreaming when it happens. And in the dream, I like suddenly am nothing. And I like experience like the like existential nothingness.
Uh-huh.
And it was horrifying. Like, just in like I had gotten into the nothingness in the dream through dying, so I also experienced like this really vivid dream of my own death, and then I'm suddenly like nothing. And it was so deeply horrifying to me that that's the reason I'm an atheist now.
Yeah.
I joke about that a lot, about how like most of the time when people have like dreams that move them into a new belief system, it's like to become religious. But for me, it worked the opposite way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so scary. It's so weird how dreams can be so scary, especially like dreams that are a little too close to reality. Like with yours, it's sleep paralysis, so you're like sort of conscious, and with mine, it was like tied to the fact that I was actually not breathing, and I could have actually died from that. Oh my gosh, my puppy has the zoomies. Whiskey. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Whiskey. Go run. Go. She's a goofball. Yeah, those were good scary stories. I love it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Got any other Halloween themed things you want to talk about? Oh, we were gonna do an art corner. An art gallery.
Oh,
Art gallery, excuse me. Art gallery.
Mine is a graphic novel. It has 4 authors. Daniel Kraus is the writer. Chris Sheehan is the artist. Jason Wordy is the colorist. And Jim Campbell is the letterer. And it's called The Autumnal. Yep. It's a really good graphic novel about this woman. Her name is Kat. It's been a couple of years since I've read it. Her name is Kat, and she goes back home. Her mom has died, and so she goes back home to kind of bury her mom, take care of the house, whatnot. And the people are like super obsessive about not letting the leaves touch their property. Like, yeah. So there's this entity in the woods that if they don't sacrifice a child to it, it will like kill all of the children. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And yep. And so uh that's why she's back, is to take care of her mom and deal with this town. It's a really good book. I don't want to say anything more because I don't want to like give spoilers,
Can you
you
show
know.
us like a page from it without any spoilers so we can see the art style? I love a good graphic
Yeah.
novel.
Yeah, let
And
me
you know,
find
it's so
some.
funny. There's like a kind of in like the academic world, there's kind of this push to stop calling them graphic novels and start calling them all comics again. Did you know that?
Why?
I don't know. I think just to get back to like the roots of it.
That's dumb.
Yeah, I always feel like that kind of like language stuff is silly. Ooh, that's a really interesting page with the leaves and stuff. Oh, I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's just so beautifully done. Like,
I
here
want to
we go.
recommend a book. Um, I want to recommend a
Here's
book as
another
well.
page.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah,
Oh, that looks
it's very well
great.
done. It's really good. It's scary, and it's the perfect like fall time read. So, yep, everybody go grab a copy of The Autumnal.
I don't know where the book I want to recommend is.
We can always pop up the cover
Yeah, let me do that.
in
Well, I
in
also wanted
edit.
to show the pages. Actually, let me see if I can pull up like a couple of the pages from the inside. You probably know which book I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but like Junji Ito does not fucking write comics. That man writes graphic novels, and you can't fucking tell me otherwise. I don't care if you have a PhD. I don't care
Yeah.
if you are an academic. That's a novel, okay? No Longer Human is over 300 pages long. That's not a comic.
Yeah, I'm like
That's a
totally with
graphic
you.
novel.
I'm totally with you. I like the term graphic novel better. I think it better describes the work.
Yeah. Comics are like, I have comics. Those are those little, if it comes in a small paperback,
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
could read in one sitting, that's a comic for sure. But once you put it in book form like that, it's no longer a comic. It is a graphic novel.
Yeah. Okay, I am actually just pulling up some images from the book that I want to share about. Um, Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay. So let me share my screen here. Gosh, I was making such an angry face because I was focused on that web page. All right. Okay, can you see it?
House of Leaves.
House of Leaves. You have that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I also do. I have this looks like a hardback copy, but I have the
I have
paperback.
paperback as well.
It's such a thick book that I can't imagine lugging it around in a hardcover. Um, and it's a very interesting book. It is so the reason I recommend this one for the Halloween episode is because there is a section of this book where the text is broken down into either one sentence, one phrase, or one word on each page for a series of like 20 plus pages. And that scene caused me so much genuine fear. Like, I was on the edge of my seat literally, and I felt so nervous and so like, oh my God, like, what is about to happen next. It was really super scary. I was actually scared by this book.
No, you're one of the only people I know that has actually finished the book.
Yeah, well, that's because it's written like this in a lot of parts, right? This is a picture from inside this book. And I have a couple other ones. Here's another one where it's very similar. And you can see,
Isn't
like,
there one where it's like spiraled around
there
too?
is. There's a whole bunch. And then there's
Yeah.
this. Like, look at that. That's crazy. That's all
Yeah.
text over there. Like, it's a really weird book, and it also has footnotes. A lot of people are unsure about how to approach the footnotes. And I loved it because I'm familiar with reading works that have footnotes, and because it really scared me. I liked the themes in it. It's about a house that's like alive, I guess you could say, but it's also
It's like a TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside.
Yes, it's bigger on the inside. But it's also about this guy who's like kind of a drug addict, and he's going crazy because he's reading this story. He's reading the history and evidence about this house that in his reality is real, maybe. And it's this really tangled story of all these different characters whose impact on each other is like, you know, impactful, right? And so that's one of the themes I really like, and it's scary. It scared me. I loved it. But I do find that most of the time people are like, oh, I couldn't get through it. But if you enjoy a difficult read, you'll like this. I'm actually right now reading Ship of Theseus, which is also one that you have to like put effort into.
Yeah.
You have to like there's like loose leaf pages stuffed in between other pages of the book that you have to like keep there and not lose because they're part of the story. So it requires like physical work to read this book. But I enjoy that. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
So that's my rec is House of Leaves.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll be talking about the books that you got for me as soon as I finish reading them.
Heck yeah. I can't wait to hear about those. That's going to be so nice.
I'm very excited. I was watching Key and Peele the other night. And, okay, one, Key and Peele, when you're inebriated, the way I was inebriated, is the greatest fucking thing. It really is. Those two are a fucking trip. But also, like, Jordan Peele has been telling us the entire time that he is a master of science fiction and horror.
Yep.
And the fact that anybody acts surprised when he switched from comedy to horror just tells me that you didn't actually pay attention to what that man puts out.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
he is so talented.
Okay, there was this one point, me and Sam are watching it, Lindsay's in the bathroom. We're like hanging out, talking, tripping, and we look up, and it's the baby Forrest Whitaker sketch, where it's Key's head on a toddler's body, and he's like, "Goo goo gaga, say my name. I like it when you say my name." And Keegan-Michael Key is just like, "Oh my God," he's freaking out.
Yeah.
And that was actually scary.
Goo goo gaga. I want milk.
I was like, oh my God, what the fuck am I watching?
Oh, that's
Um,
hilarious.
but like he's just always had a eye for horror, even in comedy.
Yeah, he really has.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember
I
several
I will literally
sketches.
listen, read, or watch anything that has his name on it. If it comes from Monkey Paw Productions, I'm all over it like white on rice.
Yeah, yeah,
Honestly,
yeah. He's
yeah,
super talented. I love everything that he does, which is why I'm super interested to find out how you like that book once you read it. Um,
yeah,
yeah, and any time that he dips his toe into something different and new, that's like where he shines the most. Is like letting those creative juices flow and just like doing something
mhm,
different. He's so good at that.
yep. I loved the Twilight Zone. I
Me
loved it. I
too.
thought it was so good. Um,
I also really
and
liked it.
I really liked Us.
Oh, yeah. And that's the one that gets a lot of hate, but I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was excellent.
Yeah, I thought Us was brilliantly done. I really loved it. But I really enjoyed Nope. Me and Pat went and saw that one in theaters, and it really is set up for a theatrical experience.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
I watched
Like
it at
the
home, but
way
I
the
could totally see
sound
that.
is set up. Yeah, in the theaters, like you hear Jean Jacket, you know, and like it travels through, like, and you could hear it almost like the way the speakers are come up behind you, almost like it's over your head in the theaters, and it's really fucking creepy. Like it is definitely made for a theatrical experience.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Now I wish I had gotten to see
yeah.
it in theaters, but it's still
And
good
also
even at
it
home,
just
though.
like, yeah, and it made me fear monkeys even more, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, like terrifying, absolutely terrifying.
Yeah,
Absolutely terrifying.
I mean, you don't really need like more reasons to be afraid of them, though. They're vicious, so watch out.
They are vicious. Yeah, they're absolutely vicious.
Yeah.
Man,
I mean, we are at almost 3 hours.
again.
Yep, we are at 2 hours and 42 minutes, and we got through all of our topics. Should we sign off? Or do you have something else you'd like to talk about?
No, yeah, no,
All
it's
right.
it's after 11. It's almost Halloween. One more hour till Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say it's all right.
All right. Well, thank you to no viewers.
That's all right.
We're gonna
We'll
keep
have
at
lots
it.
of viewers one day.
That's right. We're
Yeah.
gonna keep at it, and people are gonna, find their way to us, and they're gonna love it, and it's gonna be great. So, for future viewers who are watching this, you know, like 6 months from now, because I think that's when we're gonna be like really popping off. We're gonna be like getting interviewed by our like favorite podcasters. You know what I mean?
Ugh,
Uh,
that would be so
that's my
awesome.
prediction for us. I'm manifesting it into the universe. I'm willing it to be true. So, to those viewers who are stumbling upon these old videos in 6 months, thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
Uh, I uh, I love you lots.
I love you too.
All right. Have a
I'll
good
talk
night.
to you later. You too.
Bye.
Bye.